So what made this one special?
There's the chain ring.
Look at this, guys.
It's got that Eddy Merckx, the front, and then the world colors there.
Hey guys, this is John. Welcome back to the channel. We are still in Golden, Colorado, and we are at Gangl Custom Cycles, and Rich is going to show us a couple projects he has. He's adding on to his Merckx collection, and he picked up a real special bike. So come along with me for the ride and check it out. Oh, hey, how you doing, Rich?
Oh, pretty good.
Great to see you again. All right, I love being here. It's like being in a candy store. But the reason I'm here, you told me you had some new projects. You had your Eddy Merckx collection that we showed from the show that you did, and you said there's more bikes.
Yeah.
What do you got going?
Well, I was actually in the last video said I was going to add 2 more, but it's actually 4.
It's actually 4 more.
But I promised this is the end finally. So it's all done. The collection will be 15 bikes total, and that's a good number to stop with.
That's a great number. Well, let's get started. Where do you want to start?
Okay, let's start over here. This is the one that I call the Mozzie Peugeot.
It's a half a Mozzie Peugeot.
Yeah. And so this would be from 1967.
Okay.
So in 66, when Eddy first got on the Peugeot squad, he rode a stock PX10, which I had in my collection. You can see that.
Sure.
And he wasn't happy with its handling characteristics, the weight of it and everything. So he was able to get in contact with Mozzie, and Mozzie started making them. And the way you can tell them apart is that there's no black painted head lugs on them. So if you see his time on the Peugeot team, just look at the pictures. Most of them are black and white, and you'll always see the one that's just all pure white. And
gotcha. So this is going to be the all pure white one.
Yeah.
It's representing the Mozzie built one.
Yeah, the Mozzie built one. Because I thought it was such a significant bike in his career with Peugeot that I thought I should have a representative.
That makes
model.
sense. Now, you said, what was different on that? Was it the crown?
Well, first of all, it's Reynolds 531, just like a normal PX10.
Sure.
Most of the PX10s had the French diameter tubing.
Which was different.
Yeah, they had different diameters. But this here, these early ones in 67 had the Nervex professional lugs.
Sure.
And this type of crown, and this crown, I asked all kinds of my other colleagues if they could recognize it, and they didn't. But I finally found information and close-up pictures is this crown that Mozzie used in the mid-60s.
Gotcha. So this is this crown here.
Yeah, it almost looks like a double plate. Almost has the look of the Giuseppe Pella.
Okay. But
Giuseppe Pella's has a slope to it. This is flat.
And where did you get that?
I had to fabricate it.
You had to fabricate. Oh my gosh! You made that from scratch.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So this one here, when it's done, will be white. We'll have, of course, the PX10 kind of look, but just not the
well, the other thing that's different on the original PX10s, he rode all the French, equipment on there. But when he got into this type of bike, he had the Campy Nouveau record crank on there, Campy steel headset.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. And even later versions got rid of the Simplex down tube shifters, and he went to the Campy on that.
Was he busting the plastic ones? Or?
Yeah, he just didn't like it. The other thing, it still retained the Mavic Racer brakes.
Sure.
And they're pretty neat. I'm just setting it up right now. They have really good mechanical advantage.
Yeah, they do stop well.
Yeah,
they really do.
And the other odd thing with Eddy on this, he didn't like the levers that came with these, so he used Universal 68 levers.
Okay. Well, this is pretty cool. I see you got the stays set up here.
Yep.
The chain stays.
Well, these, like the typical PX10, and a lot of the bikes had what we call domed chain stay, fork blades, and seat stay ends.
Right.
And you can see how it's rolled over like that.
Sure.
And usually a machine did that in the factory. I used to do it, heating it up and tapping it with a hammer.
Sure.
But this way I machined little plugs on there and TIG welded them in, and it became one.
Yeah,
now I just tell. Yeah, so now I have to just slot it when I braze the dropout in.
Right, right.
Well, let me show you this. These are, the way I come up with my tribute bikes is I do lots of research, and I look for all the pictures that I can find.
Gotcha. I can see the crown.
Yeah, you can see the crown, and you can see no black head lugs, and you can see the points on the Nervex Pro lugs, especially on the seat lug behind his knee. You can really see.
You got a good eye, man. I'm telling you what.
Yep. Yeah, this is that really nice large book that shows Eddy's career.
Sure.
And lo and behold, there's perfect pictures
No.
in '67 with that bike, and
Look
you
at
can
that.
see
There you
everything.
go. Yeah, you got there's
Again, the Mozzie built, and you can see that special fork crown
Yeah.
and the Nervex lugs.
Yeah, that's sharp. I can
Yep.
see that.
And then the Mavic racer brakes, but with the universal 68 levers. And then on the next page,
Well, it's kind of easy to mimic stuff when you see the stuff
Yeah.
this clearly.
this is a really nice picture. You can see that fork crown, the brake
Right.
setup again.
Right.
The lugs stand out really well. You can see the campy crank
Yeah.
on there. And then the
Still
campy
running the
headset.
Still running the plastic rear derailleur?
Yeah, he's still running the Simplex. Yep. The other neat thing, I still have to find it. He had a high flange in the back
Okay.
and a low in the front.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, a little stiffer wheel in the rear,
Yeah.
maybe. That's cool.
So that's from 1967.
Right.
And then, after 67 is when he went to the Fiamma team.
Right.
So that brings us to the next bike. In 1969, Eddy raced in his first tour. I mean, that's the Tour de France that he won.
Mm-hmm.
And he won that one by almost 18 minutes over Roger Peugeot.
Wow.
And in my collection, I have the Pella version from 1970,
Right.
and then the Mozzie special versions from 68, road and track. So I never really was going to do this one, but when I started doing more of the research, there was a lot of significance to the whole story. So I decided I'm going to do this one, and you can always spot it because he had the frame number 51. And these bikes here, it was Charles Terran, his mechanic, and there's some Kessel's involvement, but most people think that the actual frame builder was a frame builder named Marcel van der Est, and he's the one that built the frame. Because the following years, in 1970s, when he went to Giuseppe Pella, which I have in my collection. You can see that in another video.
Right.
Hey guys, just a quick note. Back in June, Rich threw a party celebrating Eddy Merckx's 80th birthday. When he did that, he rented out a hall and he showed all 15 bikes that he had built. Maybe it was 13 at the time in his collection. And about 100 of us showed up, had a nice lunch, and he went through these bikes piece by piece. If you have not seen that video of the show, check out the link at the end of this video or in the video description down below. Guys, it's worth a watch. Grab a drink, relax. It's about 40 minutes long, and you can see this whole collection.
Well, this one's Reynolds tubes.
Yeah, Reynolds 531
Got these
on there.
Check out the lugs. What do you got for lugs here? These are
Very
long point lugs.
Yep, they're long point lugs, and they had, it looks like a oval there, but it's really a round drilled out hole in the lugs.
Hold still.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Well, this ought to be sharp. And when do you think you're going to have this one completed?
In about another month or so.
Okay.
Yep. And then here's some more pictures. That's
Gosh, how,
Eddy's team.
guys, I'm not going to brag on Rich, but how cool would it be to be able to just see a bike you want to build and mimic it and just have the skills of that? That's really impressive. I just dig that.
Yeah. And then there's a neat little thing.
That's carbon fiber, guys.
Yeah.
No.
But you can see it's significant, that number 51.
Yeah.
They say it's a good luck number. I mean, Bernardino and Louis Ocaña both had that when they won the Tour.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so what's the one over here that I had a hand in?
Okay, this is the 1971 Colnago Super.
Let's see. Now, guys, I said a hand in it, and I really didn't. I had a very small hand. As you see here in this video, Seth is pulling this bike out of a box, and, you know, it needed to be painted, but it was a beautiful bike. And I decided not to buy it. Then all of a sudden, you saw this on video and said, wait a minute, there's something special about that bike. So what was it?
Well, the 71 Colnago Super, that was pretty much the first year that he did the Super model. And the way it had special attributes to it. And first of all, it's the fork crown. It's a semi-slope with the sides that swoop in like that, and there's the 4 drilled holes.
Right.
Now
Is that the first thing you noticed on the video?
That, and then the second thing was there's a clover cut out on all 3 lugs.
Gotcha.
and that circle right there on the bottom of the seat lug.
So that makes it unique, and
Yeah.
that's why you knew it was a 71.
Yep.
And
And then underneath is the first time with the clover.
okay, so you got
So
the
that's down under
clover
there.
underneath, which you can see through there.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't buy it because I think it needed paint.
Mhm.
It just wasn't. It wasn't a factory color. It was
Mhm.
something that was repainted.
Mhm.
So I missed out on it, but at the same time, I didn't because it
Mhm.
needed paint,
Mhm.
and I guess it needed a little bit of repair.
Yeah, I
so
had
needed
to
some repair.
replace 2 of the tubes.
Well, if I would have bought it and you would have said, "Hey, John, I need that," I would have just
Yeah.
sold it to you. But
No, it's a very special bike because of the history and everything.
gotcha,
So it found the best place for it to be.
awesome.
But the other unique thing about this is the first time Eddy was on the Molteni squad working with Colnago. And what was unique about it is that instead of the blue panel being on the down tube, like
Right.
most people are used to seeing in the later years,
Sure.
it just had Eddy Merckx in black.
Okay.
And then the seat tube wasn't blue. On the earliest ones, it was actually black also.
Okay. So that's going to look different than the
Yeah.
the next model.
So as I got into more of the research, I found out that that first time was, with the black on there, and that transferred over to their jerseys. So about 30 some years ago, I was at the Interbike show in California, and this place had some jerseys for sale, wool jerseys, and I bought it, and then I took it over, and Eddy signed it for
That
me.
is awesome. That's too cool.
But I always noticed, well, this looks black. It's not.
Right.
It's not blue. Like here's the more modern one that everybody sees. It's the blue.
Yeah, I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but yeah, definitely blue versus.
So I pulled that out. I remember I had it, and I thought that's going to be a great thing to display with this bike.
Well, I'm sorry, just because I'm a bike geek, I can't get over these rims either, guys. How many gold Mavics do you see like this?
Yeah.
This is awesome, man. I love that.
Yeah, the
setup.
yellow tires are just on there for setup.
Sure, sure. Well,
But-
I'm glad you displayed that and you went out of your way, I know, to do
Yeah.
that because you're in the middle of building
Yeah.
it.
And he was friends with the Prince of Belgium at that time, who's the king now. And in 71, after he won world championships, he gave him one of his bikes. So then, the Derilium was really taking off, lots of drilling in the chain
Sure.
rings and in the brake levers. But he also was getting lots of pantographing done. And you can
Gotcha.
actually see that. So I took some of the parts here, and I just got these back.
Oh,
There's the chain ring.
Look at this, guys.
Yeah.
Wow. That's beautiful. And those are just done, right?
Yeah.
And beautiful. Oh,
Brake
yeah.
levers.
Look at that. Gorgeous.
And then the seat post with that earliest Colnago.
Sure.
wreath. And then the stem is absolutely beautiful. It's got that Eddy Merckx, the front, and then the world colors there.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's
That's
all going to go
stunning.
onto that bike.
That's going to be stunning.
So that'll be a really pretty one.
So this is going to be the orange?
Yeah, that'll be the standard Molteni orange
Right. With that. Oh.
with all that pantograph stuff on there.
I know you love the history, and I appreciate the history as much as you do, but honestly, I love the bling. I love the colors.
Yeah.
That's the nostalgia that just keeps it alive.
Yeah.
So, hey guys, let me take a second to ask you to subscribe to the channel. It helps the algorithms. It helps me out a lot, and it helps the channel grow. Not only that, hit the little ringy-dingy bell, and that'll tell you when a new video is uploaded. Also, come to Facebook, John's Vintage Road Bike Garage. We have a channel there that is having a lot of fun. You can show off your bikes, get advice from other members. I'm on it every single day, so I'll be checking in if you have questions for me, or you just want to make fun of my face getting older, whatever you want to do. So hope to see you there. So how could everybody see this whole collection of 15 bikes when they're completed?
Well, the complete collection, which I have a lot of nice signed black and white pictures now, that posters that go along with it,
Right.
and other banners. I'll be showing it at the last Auburn show next year in June.
So at the Auburn Corn Museum in Auburn, Indiana,
Mm-hmm.
you showed them a year
Last
and a half ago.
Yeah, a
whatever
year
that
and a
was.
half ago. But there was only about 10 bikes back then.
Right.
So now there'll be 5 more.
Guys, for context, look at the full video that we did earlier in the year. Like I said, I'll link it so you can know where these fit in. But now you have another special bike right over there. What do you got here?
Well, anyway, this next bike doesn't have anything to do with his career bikes.
Right.
So I decided to add another section to the tribute when I show it. is what did Eddy do after he retired from professional cycling? So what he did, he hooked up with Ugo De Rosa. He respected him a lot. And De Rosa suggested, well, you love bikes. Why don't you start your bike factory and I'll help you set it up? So Eddy went over to Italy to the De Rosa factory and he learned how to build frames and all the other things that are involved.
So he was physically building them.
Yeah. I
So
have pictures of him brazing and a couple of them.
Well, here, I'll try to link those into here, guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're seeing them right now as I'm talking. But yeah, that's cool, because sometimes you think, okay, he owns the shop. He has his name on to sell the bikes, but he's not actually doing the brazing. But he's actually doing some brazing.
Yeah. And a bunch of his actual first employees were some of his former Domestique teammates.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
What do you do with unemployed racers? You haven't built bikes.
Well, he was very loyal to his friends and helpers, and
sure,
many of them stuck with him the whole time.
Well, here, let's check out this bike. Now, what makes this? There's a lot of Eddy Merckx bikes, and you schooled me on it.
Yeah.
There's ones that are made by Eddy Merckx. There's some that were made by Falcon, which were produced while he was still racing, right? Mm-hmm. And then he had Kessel's that was building the higher end models. Yeah,
well, they had low end models too, but they did have professional models.
So they had a whole range.
And a lot of times Eddy's team, Fiat, and some of the other CNA, they had those. Some of the teammates actually rode them, and they had them for spares too.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
So what made this one special?
Okay, well, this is an example of the first. Well, Eddy first opened up the factory in 1980.
Okay.
And this is one of the first out of the first batch. This is actually number 28.
28. Yeah. Look at that. You got the signature here.
And the way that you can spot these early bikes is right here is the engraved signature, Eddy Merckx. It has long point stamped lugs. It has a typical De Rosa flat fork crown with it, Eddy Merckx pantographed on it.
Sure. Wow.
And then down underneath the bottom bracket shell, you can see two horizontal slots.
Gotcha. Okay.
And those were only done on very early models.
Gosh, this is beautiful. It's a piece of history.
Yeah.
Oh, no way. Look at this, guys.
Yep.
On the silica pump.
Is
that original?
Yep, that's the original Eddy Merckx stamped pump.
And the bottle. Wait a minute.
The bottle, the original bottle.
So it's a factory bottle.
It has the address, phone number.
Here you go, guys. Give him a call.
Yeah.
That's so neat.
Well, the first bikes, he liked selling them as a complete bike. So he had pantographed parts. So you can see the chainring had the Eddy Merckx engraved on there.
Cool.
And then, of course, on the air pump there. And then on the brake levers, it has Eddy Merckx with the milled out sides here.
Yes, that's unusual too.
And then the triple T stem with Eddy Merckx on there.
Yeah.
And then on the Italia saddles, this was the Eddy Merckx model. And on this side, you can see the Eddy Merckx signature is still intact.
Well, here, let's take a look at this, guys. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, so.
And then
awesome.
The person I bought it from had all the paraphernalia with it still. So here's the actual saddle decal.
That's neat. Now, where did you buy this from? Where was the owner?
A collector in Berlin, Germany.
Oh my gosh, you got this from Germany.
Yeah. And it's my size too, so that was great.
Dude, you got to ride this.
Yeah.
This is a rider.
And I'm going to leave this one original. I mean, it shows some of the wear, but it's not bad. And I'm going to leave this one alone.
No, you have to. You're dead on.
Yeah. I mean, it's got the 1980 date code on the Super Record rear derailleur.
Sure.
That's the newer version. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's an amazing bike. Well, I appreciate you showing me this collection. I'm so excited to come back when these things are done. It seems like I'm coming here every year now. So thanks so much. And can't wait to see him. Oh, we're going to see him at Auburn. Yeah. So I'll see you then. It's just 8 months away, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
Can't wait.
Well, thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Hey guys, join me Sunday, February 8th, 2026, here in St. Charles, Illinois. It's the Chicago Winter Bike Swap. They've been doing it for years. It's a lot of fun. And this year, I'm going to be selling parts and bikes and all kinds of fun things. I also understand that the Bike Farmer is going to be there. If you don't know who he is, check out his channel on YouTube. YouTube. It's a fun channel. Also, Lon Haldeman is there every single year selling parts for charity, which is kind of cool. So you'll get to meet Lon as well. My friend Cyril's going to be there displaying with me, and should be a lot of fun. Now with the vintage section, we're going to have a whole area just with vintage road bike stuff. And now vintage is defined differently by different people. So, you know, I say year 2000 and earlier, we'll have a section just with vintage parts. And I asked the organizer to do that for me. I've known him for years. He thought there'd be a tremendous idea. So you guys got to come to that, okay? And if you're looking to display, I think it's $65 for a table and $200 for a 10 by 10. That's a great idea if you want to split that with someone or you got a lot of stuff. So, hey, look forward to seeing you there.